are such an asshole.
What is your price for a Clarey test on Norman Dodd, born 1899, died 1987? All right. So I was wondering, is it the guy like the Dodd Frank Act, whatever that was a while ago? Oh, it's been so long since I did real like I'm forgetting the names of play. Like who was that economist that it doesn't matter. You guys didn't listen to him anyway. All right, Norman Dodd. We're gonna go to different websites here because it wasn't that much about him. Was an American banker and bank manager who worked as a financial advisor, served as chief investigator in 1953 for the Special Committee on Tax-Exempt Foundations, commonly referred to as the Reese Committee. Oh, you mean so the nonprofit companies or the nonprofit institutions back then were just money laundering schemes or ways for rich guys' wives to go like piss away money on shit that don't work? Is that where it started all the way back in 1953, huh? Dude, no joke. You can't stop people from forming nonprofits, but get rid of their tax exempt status. You should not be able. They have done nothing but enabled poor behavior. Just get rid of the tax deductibility of charitable contributions. There you go. You really want to help? I don't care. I'd still investigate them like corporations are corrupt. Yeah, you're not wrong. You know what's even more corrupt? Your fucking nonprofits. Was chaired by U.S. Congressman B. Carroll Reese. Dodd was known primarily for his controversial investigation of tax-exempt foundations. Norman Dodd was interviewed shortly before he died by journalist Edward Griffin, and an interview documentary produced as a result, which has gained a very wide audience in later years. Born South Orange in Jersey, parents were Charles Dodd, insurance agent. Oh, he died young. And Florence Cummings. Norman's wife was, Norman was born as a wife, attended private schools, including really later attended Yale University. So the old man must have been somewhat successful. He worked in manufacturing before devoting himself to banking during or after the 1929 stock market crash. He was assigned by his superiors to the task of restructuring the bank he was working at after a period of, so he was 30 at that time, after a period which he recommended at a time referred to as sound banking. Whoa, my good sir. He was told by his supervisors that recommendations would not be implemented because we will never see sound bank in the United States again. Wow, I kind of might like this guy. All right, so he did come from wealth. If you're going to private school and you went to Yale, yeah, you were part of. So you got, and I'm gonna, whatever he went to school for at Yale. He is grandfathered in on the Boomer Clause because any degree was a good degree. This was back when college was hard and the world's dumbest people couldn't get a degree. This is when only intelligent people went to college, not every fucking moron out there. Dodd's claims about his investigative work have become the cornerstone of theories implicating the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace, Ford Foundation, Rockefeller Foundation, among others. He stated in his finding that many foundations were intentionally campaigning to involve the United States in such wars as World War I. They also sought ways to warp American teaching of history through explicit control of the education system in the United States. Wouldn't surprise me. I mean, no different than all the other nonprofits. It is difficult for the public to understand that some of the great foundations, which have done so much for us in some fields, have acted tragically against the public interest in others. But the facts are there for the unprejudiced to recognize. Dude, this is 1958. 1958. So that's the Wikipedia entry. And most of the stuff about him is about his research he did in nonprofits. This is another thing. Reject all non-essential cookies. Oh, Sage. Oh, I could pay you money to go look shit up on the. No, thank you. So somebody who's testifying there's 6,000 to 7,000 tax-exempt foundations, to which about 7.5 billion had been given. Now, how much of that is in today's dollars or whatever that? Yeah, this is all about the The Reese Foundation, or the Reese searching. The Fact Hunter 2020 talk show. That's the one where they did the interviews. Norman Dodd. Let's just look up bio. Because on what limited information I have, he did come from wealth, so that's a point against him. He didn't major in dumb shit. He worked. I'd imagine, what's he doing while he's dead now? But did he just sit on his ass and become a career politician? It doesn't sound like it. He worked. I mean, he sat on that committee or worked or did investigative stuff until like a year before he died. So he was active. This is unwelcomeguests.net. Yeah, not a lot, not much about him. I'm going to assume he worked for a while there and he retired adequately. I mean, if you're being pulled in by Congress to go investigate banking and shit, well, I got to imagine you're doing well. So he wasn't collecting a government check. I mean, for his services to Congress, I'm sure he was. But yeah, let's say, yeah, he's got a score of 1. Would I like to have a drink with him? Hell yeah. I would, more than you might think, because he had to go back and reorganize a bank, and he was 30. He saw the financial crisis, the Great Depression, Black Tuesday, 1929. There'd be some similarities. I'm like, yeah, what was it? Bunch of needle dick bankers trying to make their sales, bro. Yeah, that's what it is. You can write a book this thick with fancy words and all the. At the end of the day, douchey, micro dick, lazy sales bros. That's it. They just want free money. That's it. That's all it is. At the end of the day, I don't care what outcome. Oh, they got very clever. You see, they took one pile of money. They stole the money. Well, man, it was very clever how they said, I don't care. They stole the money. It's not clever. That's it. Well, he moved it here. Well, they swapped it. You see, then they wrote issues and exchanges on it, and then he had some asset. I don't give a shit. They're stealing the money. This sounds like a very complicated way just to steal money. So yeah, I would love to have a chat with him. And yeah, he could have been probably more so than other people because he understood how banking worked. I'd say, yeah, he definitely could have ran for office. There we go. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Oh yeah, no, you're right, Torgo. You're right. I remember being scoffed at, like, yeah, these nonprofits and those were communist infiltrators. They did infiltrate academia. Oh my God, you're saying the communists have taken over the education? Oh, okay, fascist. My kids are getting the shit kicked out of my other kids at school, and the teachers want to cut my child's junk off, said the exact same person 25 years later with their own crouch fruit in the public schools. Oh, is that how it works? Tell me again how the communists didn't take over academia? No, you guys send your kid to that diverse school because you want to virtue signal to the other liberal white women in Minnesota. No, your kid doesn't need all 32 of his teeth. No, that's tooth privilege. You should pull the teeth out of your kid. He's got too good of teeth. Then you could take pictures and show all the other liberal white women in Minnesota how awesome it is you abuse your child, basically. All right. There you guys go. That's it. I'll see you guys later, Toodles.